DR sort 33 Latin roots of fract, flect and flex, ject, miss, and mit. Please write down on your sort headers that fract means to break, flect or flex means to bend, ject means to throw, and miss or mit means to send. Let's take a look at the words. Project, or you could even say this as project, object or object, object or object. So depending on how you emphasize the syllables, the accent, it actually changes the meaning. Object is a thing. Object means to disagree. Trajectory, submit, mission, reflector, permit, or permit, injection, submission, reflex, fractious. Interesting word. We'll talk about that in a minute. Inflexible. Remember that in means not flexible. Inflexible. Admit. Deflect, which would mean something similar to not. Deflect. Projector. Infraction. In is a not. Infraction. Eject. Emissions. Flexible. Transmit. Fraction. Bet you know that word. Reject. Fracture. I got all the keywords at the bottom. And reflect. Okay, let's take a look at these words. Remember, if there are words in here that you want to learn more about or don't cover, please use the dictionary or your iPad to look at a more full definition. So these words are all similar to each other. The fract, something about breaking. So fraction is a part of a whole. You have to break it apart. An infraction would be when you're breaking the rules. You can get a ticket on the highway if you're breaking the rules. And a fracture could be a bone that's been broken. Fractious. Now that's an interesting word. It comes from the idea of groups of people breaking off and maybe causing some disharmony, being unruly or quarrelsome groups. So we have bending, reflector, could bend light. A reflex is when you do something and then it maybe jerks. Inflexible would mean not flexible. To deflect would be to maybe push away. Eject, like you get ejected out of your jet plane. Flexible, of course, the opposite of inflexible. And reflect. Reflect, again, to think about again maybe, similar to reflection. Project or project, when you project an object, you're throwing it like a projectile object. When maybe you're throwing your idea, I object. Trajectory is when the path that a ball takes. Injection, well, that would be like a needle getting a shot. Injection. Projector, you could say throws light. Reject would mean to maybe throw away. It came and it went back. Submit, you submit your paperwork. You send it to me. Mission is when you go off on your own and you're trying to do something. You have a goal. A permit, maybe you're sending to get permission to do something usually. Submission, sub, remember, means under. So submission, means that you are letting something happen. Admit means you admit to doing something wrong or whatever you did. Emissions are to send. That comes out of car, like the gas that gets sent out of a car. And to transmit, of course, means also to send. You could transmit a message. Go ahead and look up any of those words if you are more curious about what they mean.